Nobody expected the Cleveland Browns' biggest problem this season to come from inside their own locker room. Not from angry fans, not from national media, not even from another brutal loss on Sunday. It came quietly, when a rookie finally said what everyone else was afraid to admit. And the moment those words hit the air, the entire organization was exposed in a way they couldn't spin, deny, or ignore. Because this wasn't trash talk. This wasn't emotion. This was the truth, and it landed like a grenade. Quinton Judkins didn't raise his voice. He didn't call anyone out by name. He didn't storm off a podium or light up social media. He did something far more dangerous. He spoke calmly, clearly, and with just enough restraint to make it impossible to dismiss. A rookie running back looked straight into the situation and made it clear the Browns' offensive line wasn't just struggling, it was breaking the entire offense from the inside out. And once that door opened, everything else came spilling out. That's what made Judkins' comments hit differently. This wasn't a frustrated veteran cashing checks on a losing team. This was a first-year player, still trying to establish himself, choosing honesty over comfort. In the NFL, rookies aren't supposed to rock boats. They're supposed to keep their heads down, thank the veterans, and wait their turn. Judkins didn't do that. And the fact that he felt compelled to speak at all tells you how bad things have gotten. Because when a rookie feels like silence is more damaging than speaking up, the problem is already out of control. And the wild part? Everything he said is backed up by the tape. Week after week, the same story plays out. The ball is snapped, and within seconds, the pocket caves in like it was never there. Defensive linemen aren't winning with complex moves or exotic blitzes. They're walking through untouched lanes. Assignments are missed. Communication breaks down. And the offense is forced into survival mode before plays even have a chance to breathe. This isn't about losing one-on-one battles. It's about a unit that looks unprepared at a fundamental level. Look at the games against Chicago, Pittsburgh, and Miami. Different opponents, different personnel, same exact result. Pressure up the middle, edge rushers flying free, running lanes collapsing before they ever form. These defenses weren't reinventing football. They were running concepts NFL lines are expected to handle without thinking, and Cleveland couldn't, over and over again. The predictability of it is almost worse than the failure itself. That chaos has turned Shedeur Sanders' rookie season into something no quarterback should experience. When Sanders arrived, the expectation wasn't perfection, it was development. Learning the speed of the game, building chemistry, growing into the role. Instead, he's been forced into a crash course on how to survive behind a line that doesn't protect him. His first read barely exists. His second read is a luxury. By the time he gets to a third, he's already bracing for impact. And here's what people don't talk about enough. The mental toll. Quarterbacks don't just get hit physically, they get rewired mentally. When pressure becomes automatic, confidence erodes fast. You start anticipating hits that haven't happened yet. You rush throws you used to make in rhythm. You stop trusting the pocket entirely. That's how young quarterbacks get broken, not by one bad game, but by repeated helplessness. You can see it in Sanders' body language. The pauses on the sideline, the 1,000-yard stare, the way he sits alone, helmet off, replaying the same failures he can't control. This isn't confusion. It's exhaustion. He knows the protection won't hold. He knows the pressure is coming. And he knows doing everything right still might not matter. That kind of reality chips away at even the toughest players. Judkins isn't being spared either. When he does get a crease and just a sliver of daylight, his talent is obvious. Vision, burst, balance, everything you want in an NFL back. But those moments are rare, because most of the time he's being met by defenders in the backfield before he can even get going. Running backs can't create magic when the line collapses instantly. They need space, timing, and trust. Right now, he has none of that. And this is where the conversation gets uncomfortable because talent isn't the issue anymore. This is coaching. This is preparation. This is accountability. Kevin Stefanski has watched this unfold for weeks. Small lineup tweaks, minor adjustments, generic press conference answers, but no real change, no sense of urgency, no acknowledgement that what's happening up front is sabotaging everything else. And that silence is louder than any criticism Judkins could ever make. When the same mistakes repeat themselves against every opponent, that's not bad luck, that's a system failure. Against Pittsburgh, it was obvious from the opening dia. Take risks. They lived in the backfield with standard rushes. Sanders was hit early and often, Judkins had nowhere to go, and the Browns never found an answer. No protection shifts, no heavy personnel adjustments. Just the same approach, hoping for a different outcome. Miami was no different. New Jersey's same nightmare. Pressure within seconds, drives dying before they could start. At some point, the opponent doesn't matter. The Browns are beating themselves. And the longer this continues, the more damage it does, not just to this season, but to the future of the franchise. That's why Judkins speaking up mattered so much. He didn't complain, he didn't demand changes, he simply acknowledged reality. And in a functional organization, that kind of honesty would be valued. It would spark reflection. It would force hard decisions. Instead, it's being treated like an uncomfortable moment everyone wants to move past without actually fixing the problem. The offensive line issues go deeper than personnel. Watch the film and you'll see it. Missed calls, poor technique, zero cohesion. Linemen not passing off stunts, no chemistry, no unity. Those are coached behaviors. Those are things that improve with accountability and preparation. And right now, neither seems to exist. The ripple effect is everywhere. The ripple effect. Receivers can't run deeper routes because the quarterback doesn't have time. Play action becomes useless when there's no running threat. The playbook shrinks to quick throws and emergency options.